Are you having troubles getting that frostbolt off? Is your staff just not doing what it used to? Try Mage Agra, the new medicine sweeping the nation. All mages face this issue, but it can be solved with a little help. Possible side effects may include diarrhea, liver failure, vomiting, sweating, extra sweating, rash, indigestion, sinus infection, loss of appetite, kidney failure, sexual problems, drooling, nausea, more drooling, skin reactions, dizziness, and... I saw this comment in World Chat and it got me thinking. I've been playing a lot to watch a DPS meter, but I haven't been playing a lot to watch a fun meter. So today will be the beginning of a journey. Can Wacky Wizardry be good? Firstly, this enchant is a pretty simple one. Your offensive mage spell casts have a chance to cast an additional random mage spell for free. Compared to some of the other enchants we've done, it's pretty basic, and it definitely has some negative aspects right off the bat because it's a completely random spell we're going to be casting. My first take is to just fucking spam the shit out of one spell and hope we get some juicy procs so we can build a pretty fun build topping the DPS meters. This dungeon is my first attempt at this strat. As a side note, obviously spamming frostbolts versus melees in PvP is gonna lead to you winning, so we're gonna skip that aspect of it. Okay, not doing too bad so far. Oh great, the second mob we run into is immune to frostbolt. Sick, great, love to see it. So somehow, even though it says offensive spells, we did proc the mana shield, so not really boding well on the DPS front. So this should definitely prove that I'm doing DPS because I did steal Agra on the wolf, but then thankfully the tank is gonna pull him from me so I don't die right here. Am I good? No. Oh my. Okay, I'm full health. Action. Okay. Now I did say I wanted to make a fun build earlier in the video. I think it's important that the build still does DPS. So I am going to try to optimize this build a little more than I normally do. And it's going to be difficult because obviously Frostbolt itself is not maybe the best damaging ability we can spam. So we'll probably be swapping that out later on. And it seems like the procs from Wacky Wizardry are not giving us a lot of damage. So we'll definitely have to see if we can up that in some way. Maybe just stacking a lot of spell power. I'm not quite sure yet. You know, tanks, gotta love them. They do the job no one else wants to do. But goddamn, am I pulling a lot of aggro. Now, thankfully, I have stealth go bye-bye move. So I can be a little... Oh, the tank's dead. Okay. All right, let me see if I can... Maybe I can help here. Okay, I pulled aggro. I don't have mana. Okay, let's just melee. Maybe melee is gonna be where our DPS is coming from. All right, here's where the big DPS is gonna come in. Danny, cue the music!
No, stop!
Stop. Wrong music, but I appreciate the enthusiasm. So kind of midway through the dungeon, it's doing better than I would expect it to. But we definitely still need to change a few things. So hopefully as we get a few more levels, it'll be a bit more obvious. But right now, I'm mainly thinking just to change Frostbolt to maybe Fireball, or maybe even Arcane Missiles, something to just pack a bit more of a punch. Also, I'm saying this in advance, YouTube, if you claim that fucking ballad that my wife did, fuck you. Just to briefly talk about some of the procs I've been getting with Wacky Wizardry. We've gotten Mana Shield a few times, not super useful. We've gotten Fire and Frost Ward, which again, not super useful. It's good to know that the enchant is actually working, but again, not really good for DPS. We've also been getting a few Flame Strikes, but the Flame Strike seems to be single target, and it seems to be rank 1, because it does like 50 damage. So I'm not sure if that's going to be scaling later on, but right now we've gotten very few procs, and the procs we've gotten have not really done too much. So I do worry as we get to higher level, they're going to continue to not be super useful. It does seem like you can only proc spells you can actively learn. So maybe at level 60, when we can start getting things like Pyroblast, it's gonna be a little more helpful. I'm sorry, not Pyroblast. Other things. Clearly, you can get Pyroblast earlier than 60. I misspoke. I'm sorry, I missed. This is my least favorite room in this entire dungeon because for some reason, 50 of these dogs always spawn and wipes the entire group. It doesn't make any sense. Why 50 of these dogs every single time? I have not gotten through this dungeon one time without wiping in that room. Thankfully, we at least get to take revenge on the Mother Wolf. Danny, if you could please cue the music. I don't even know why we have this music because we play it for 5 seconds and then the boss fight is over. Whatever, let's move on. So on the last boss here, definitely learned a bit from this dungeon. I really think the spamming a spell to try to get a lot of procs is going to be the way to go. We're going to really have to hope to get some better procs than I did in this dungeon. But again, as we get some more levels, I think the chance of getting these better procs is going to be a lot higher, so I'm excited to see how that goes. Looking at the total damage done for this entire dungeon, a little disappointing. We ended up getting third, which, you know, we're still outpacing the tank and healer by a good portion, so thankfully that doesn't seem to be an issue right now, but we're definitely not at the top of the chart. So again, hopefully with some revisions to the talent and some revisions to the spell we're spamming, we should be doing a bit more. As you can see, Flame Strike was our second highest damage dealer, but it still only did 2k compared to our Frostbolt at 50k. So little bit of a difference there, but thank you so much for watching. Definitely plan to do additional videos as the kind of build progresses, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.